last year, but broke
really
his leg.
Looking forward to the matchup between Rickson, who's played 4, and Aidan Harvey, who's played 4 for South Fremantle. 2 first-year players we're going up at head-to-head in the ruck battle today.
In the centre, opening bounce. Rickson v Westlove on debut. Straighten the action for him. Clearing kick from Corbett. Get a great deal of distance on it, and it's cut off by the milestone man in Florenka. Hot footy at the moment. Florenka involved again, as is Jermaine Jones. Real speedster for the Bulldogs. Just spins out of trouble and hits the target in Etherington. Made his debut earlier in the season, toiling away in the twos. A good start to his league career. Once Chase Bourne, premiership player from last year. Proved every year at South Fremantle. He goes long inside, attacking 50. Strong mark there. Patrick Mullane. Infringement going the way of South Fremantle. And it's Lucas Robinson, the boy from Lake Grace. What a start he's had to his senior career. Only draft eligible this year. Out of the Dockers Next Generation Academy, and he's been outstanding for a player of his age. Robinson looking to give South Fremantle the perfect start. 40 metres out. Strikes it beautifully. Lucas Robinson, the young gun, providing the spark here for South Fremantle.
And Lucas Robinson on the board immediately. You talked about him being an NGA prospect at Fremantle in the state 18s as well. He's only 18, the youngest player out there, one of the strongest, 192 centimetres. But Subi, it is to take it forward through Hickmott, goes long towards the corridor. Mayo's down there. He's been a star in recent weeks for Subi. And then Ben Sokol wrapped up with the footy, coming back to the club this year after a great career at the Lions. 3 flags for Ben Sokol. Over the top goes Westlove, gets his first touch on the footy as a South Fremantle player. There's a big pack around the footy, and we'll see another ball up about 30 metres from the Subiaco goal. They need to get on the board early just to settle the nerves and get into the game. Mayo gets it down to Hickmott, comes back to Mayo. He's been busy early. Out towards Douglas, and then back to Giro, experienced player. Short distance hook shot, chopped off there by Hughes. Mayo again involved. Jermaine Jones, a wealth of experience for Jones. He takes his time there, comes to Ethan Hughes as well. Jones back in there, using his body strongly, and it's going to come to Hughes. He's going to clear the danger area. It's going to go out either on the full or bounce out, and Subi will bring it back in.
Corbett to accept the free kick. He's had a good start to his season. Second year at the Lions. Swings around onto the right boot, goes long inside, attacking 50 towards Mayo. It had too much on it, and it's Robbins. Drummed it beautifully there, Josh Robbins. And a quick response there to the Lions. Great goal there from Josh Robbins. Just read it beautifully there off the boot of Marlon Corbett. We're 1 goal apiece at Sullivan Logistics Stadium.
Back in the middle, umpire Laycock in his 250th WAFL match today. Throws it up, comes to Bletchenden. Long kick down towards the 50 for South Fremantle. Looking for a small target down there. It's on the ground. Robinson involved again. Byron hooks it back over the shoulder. Trey Rusco. And he's wrapped up very strongly there by Nick Girolami, another first-year player. So Subiaco have got half a dozen first-year players out there. Some of them have already had a say in proceedings. Laycock throws it up again. Westlove, he's a big player, Westlove. South Fremantle through Winder. He's a busy player. It's going to come back to Winder. And then it's going to come off hands. No, it's going to stay inboard. Florenka keeps it alive. Comes back to Rayson. He's chopped off with it. No free kick for that. Looked to be a holding the ball, not to be. And Subiaco now looking to sweep the ball through the corridor. Mayo involved. Comes back to, looks like Douglas again. He's done a couple of early good things. Borchett took the toss earlier today. Acting captain, his kick's a good one. He's landed it on the chest of Hudson Walker. He's going to go inboard looking for another teammate. There's a crowd there. Not a great kick. And the South Fremantle will get it out of danger with a kick further afield to Charlie Burke. Mark is not going to be paid, and we're going to have a ball up just outside the 50. Subiaco scoring end.
Westlove going at it again. He started his first senior game pretty well as Donaldson gets a quick kick away under pressure. Well read there though. It's Girolami. Called his name a couple of times already this evening. Rayson reads it best. Gets a quick handball away to Florenka in his 100th game. The Ferrari, as they call him, finds Winder. Goes quickly inside attacking 50. Easy as you like there from the Bulldogs, and it's Jordan Bolanew accepting one of the easiest goals he'll kick in league footy. Quick response there from the Bulldogs. Great end-to-end footy from them. Their prime movers in Florenka and Winder involved, and Bolanew finishes his job.
Back in the middle. Harvey again. Gets it down though. Through comes Borchett. Punches it further afield. And again through there to Hudson Walker. He's done a couple of good things. A short kick's not going to make the distance. Ethan Hughes is there. He chops it off. He's the most recent WAFL player to play 100 games in the WAFL and the AFL, which underlines his experience. Goes off to Noah Strom, another very experienced player. And South Fremantle, as they invariably are, in the hands of Byron now, but very measured in their back line. They like to get into position before they go. Byron going long up towards the wing. Florenka the target. He's been very busy so far. Ferreira there, and he's going to take it out of bounds. And what will the umpire call that? He might actually call it a free to Subiaco, so it's come off Ferreira's boot. And Galen Savini will take the free kick. Added to the state squad during the week. And if he plays, he'll make his state debut in a couple of weeks' time. He goes long inside 50, looking for Mayo. He's in front. Hughes there again. And in fact, the free kick is paid, and Jack Mayo has the chance to square the scores. It's been a lively start to this game. Ball going end to end. And Jack Mayo has the chance to get his team back on even pegging.
Hard man to defend when he's the man in front as well. Jack Mayo, massive unit. One of those players who can play pretty much every line on the ground. Like you said last week, probably best on ground against Peel.
195 centimetres, so a fair bit of reach required to get over the top. And he drew the infringement. He'll kick from about 40, slight angle, makes pretty good contact. 2 goals apiece, Mayo on the board. 9th goal of the season, and he gets these two teams back on equal terms.
Rickson v Harvey in the ruck. Hickmont first to it. All spills in way of South Freo though. They've got some numbers as well. Going along towards attacking 50. Goes past the 2 players. Robinson lurking around the footy, as is O'Hare. Did well against a couple of Lions players there. Good defensive mark there. Daniel Gathercole, late inclusion. You mentioned pre-game. Always tough to replace a player of Jack Petruccelli's quality. Any numbers here for the Lions. Burke goes long down the line. Right on there, finds Bartlett. Sokol involved as well. But pretty well cleaned up there by South Freo in the end. Jermaine Jones finds Winder. He drops the mark but recovers. Still under a bit of pressure though. Goes back to Jones. Great vision from him. Spots up the teammate in Sachs. Sachs gets it back. Got some numbers here. On the wing, South Freo, O'Hare. Good kick from him. Spots up Donaldson. Moving the ball on nicely here, South Freo. And Trey Rusco, one of the most dangerous forwards in the competition. Takes a mark on the lead.
Yeah, Trey Rusco kicked 56 goals last year in his first season at the Bulldogs. Grew up as a South Fremantle fan. Played for East Fremantle. Went to Collingwood. And then came back, recruited by West Coast. Was there for a year and he's come back to South. And now has the opportunity to kick his 12th so far this year. He's made a bright start to the season.
Trey Rusco, this will certainly take his best effort. If anyone can, it'll be him. 45 metres out for South's third goal of this opening term. Not his best kick there, was it? Ugly off the boot and just registers a minor score.
He wouldn't want that one. Well, he'd like to have that one again, I would have thought. He really flower bagged it.
Yeah, not one for the highlights reel, John.
Subiaco taking it out of their defensive 50 up towards the wing with the long kick. Good work there again. Player taken forward. Jordan Snadden. No free kick. He stays down on the ground. Collected heavily. Comes to Rayson. Goes backwards. Finds Toby Dodds, one of the 16 premiership players out there from last season. And he goes further back to Ferreira as well. He's one of the few out there who didn't win the flag. Gives him a pretty strong ambition. Comes to Pearson, captain this year. Handball over the top to Rayson. He's good on his left. Takes his time and then he drives it inside the 50. Looking for a teammate, finds him. Drage. He's going to get it on quickly too. Looking for Rusco. And he leads up to the footy and takes a strong mark. 15 from goal. Watch out, Trey. He might give it away. But he has the chance for his first kick after flubbing his first kick at goal a moment or two ago.
This one a little bit easier. A bit of frustration showing as well. Maybe that was from his last kick, but Rusco, you'd back him in. Get this one.
Just getting players free in their forward 50, aren't they? So we've seen that 2 or 3 times already. They're outnumbering the Subiaco defenders. Dangerous signs for Subi. Rusco, it is, from about 15, 45-degree angle. Much better contact than his previous one. And he's put it through the middle and he celebrates with Jack Mayo as well. Rusco got South's third on the board. They take the 7-point lead and some danger signs showing. Subi have been pretty vigorous to start with, but there's some danger signs in their defensive line.
Jack Mayo doing it all at the moment. He's played key back, key forward, and now he's in the ruck for this contest against West Love. Corbett in the middle as well. He's been really busy for Subiaco, up to 6 disposals already. A bit more time in the engine room for him today with Greg Clark out as Giro, the speedster. Bit of an up and under kick. Probably work in favour of South Fremantle. Does exactly that, and it's Sachs taking the intercept mark. Finds Bourne. Got a runner in Dodds. He just stops there and kicks it. Not his best effort though. Finds Galen Savini. Been a big week for him with a state call-up. Moving it on quickly here. Richie Bartlett. Ooh, nearly got taken there, Richie. Managed to get the kick away. Reading it best. There is Noah Strom. They have just got that many star defenders in their back 6. South Fremantle. They're just an impenetrable wall at times. The Bulldogs. Unable to hang on to the mark there. Players just trying to grab their footy out, but no one able to do so, and we'll have a ball up. Right half forward for the Lions. Goal for goal at the moment. Kick there from West Love. Had a few nice moments on debut already. Etherington. Scrappy handball from him, turns it over. Gathercole. He's been busy early as well, but Hughes, as he does so often, cleans it up. Not his best handball though. Puts Florenka under pressure. They do well in the end though, as Bletchenden switches to the outer side, finds Bourne. He's got a little bit of space here, Chase Bourne. Goes inside attacking 50, one-on-one contest. Smart tap there. Still no one able to hang on to the footy. We'll have a ball up. Deep inside attack for South Fremantle. They're looking for back-to-back goals. It will be the first time of this game.
Yeah, again, 2-1. Subi did well to keep it out of danger. They haven't got it out yet. Savini takes the ball to ground. We'll have another ball up. About 20 metres from South Fremantle scoring end. Northern end of the former Leederville Oval, now Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Big pack of players around the footy. Mayo tries to get his foot in. Maybe just got it to the advantage of a teammate who clears the area. Goes to Pearson. Can't take the mark. Subiaco through Ciano. Gets it forward. Not going to go over the boundary line, so there'll be no last possession. Back to Strom. He'll be the state fullback in a couple of weeks' time. And he's got a lot of composure. The ball taken over the line there by Judd Kelman.
Big job for Strom in a couple of weeks. Liam McBean will no doubt be in his thoughts. That's going to be
Liam McBean loves playing against Western Australia. He's had a couple of days out.
Does he ever? Kept him to one last game, but other than that, he's kicked a couple of bags over the years, that's for sure.
Ball in, coming. Mayo again. He's been forward, he's been back, he's been in the middle. He's doing everything. They're going to need him to do a lot today too, Subi. Down a couple of important players, including Jack Patricelli, a late out. As Bourne it is, wobbles it forward inside 50, lands on the chest of Mitch Geyer. And Mitch Geyer, who's kicked 3 goals in his 3 games this season, has the chance to add to that tally and extend this lead. And you can just sense in the last few minutes, Subiaco are just starting to bow under the pressure that South are putting on them.
Yes, winning that clearance battle at the moment, South Fremantle, and kicking it nicely inside, attacking 50 as well.
The guy on an easy kick from about 40, close to the boundary line, goes around the corner and then wobbles it forward too. Didn't really make good contact at all, and he's off to the left for a minor score.
He's had an interesting season, Mitch Geyer. Made his debut in round 1. Played Rezzies and League the other day when Matthew Parker was a late out. So he's been certainly had a busy start to his 2026 campaign. Subiaco move it on quickly out of defence towards Bartlett. He couldn't hang on. Ball spills over the boundary line. Grandstand side here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Been an entertaining battle so far. South Fremantle leading by 8 points, but Subiaco, they're down a few players on their injury list, but certainly putting up to the reigning champs at the moment.
75 disposals to 42 halfway through, or into time on in the first quarter. That tells you that South are starting to get right on top.
They've got so many weapons inside their midfield. As Hickmott long down the line. Bartlett flies, couldn't hang on. Does pretty well to recover there, Richie Bartlett. Jones. The handball away. Tackle there, might have been high. Lewis racing. Might give away a 50 if he's not careful. Free kick going the way of Douglas. Douglas moves it on quickly to Hickmott. He goes long inside attacking 50. Quick kick there from Ciano. Might bounce through. Unbelievable goal there from Sonny Ciano. Something out of nothing there for Subiaco. Well done to the young lion.
Yeah, Sonny Ciano kicked a couple of goals, 3 goals previously this season, and just getting on the end of that loose ball. South looked as though they had the ball covered, but came to ground in the corridor, and Ciano, it's a great name, and that was a great finish too. Just got the toe on it, enough momentum to get it over the line.
He's had some good games so far. He's still only a young player, Sonny Ciano, but making his mark at league footy.
Yeah, one of 3 teenagers out there in the Subiaco side today. They need to take the full advantage of their opportunities today. You'd think that weight of numbers are going to be in South's advantage. As we're back in the middle, Westlove it is, up against Harvey again. Both in their first season at their clubs. South get the ball forward. Donaldson there fighting for it with Hickmott. Hickmott playing at half back, normally plays in the middle, but he's doing a job on Brandon Donaldson, dual premiership player. Donaldson wins this battle. He's going to kick from well outside 50 Leave it about 15 short. Subiaco defenders there. Comes to Robinson. Back to Florenka, the 100-gamer. Offline, though. And only the behind for South.
The youngster and the experienced campaigner combining nicely there inside attacking 50. Would have been nice to see Florenka get on the board for his 100th game. No doubt he'll have plenty more opportunities as the game goes on. Ball spills over the boundary line. Outer wing here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. And a really entertaining battle so far. Just 3 points the margin. And goal for goal. Great to see Subiaco making the most of their opportunities. They've been a little bit under the pump in terms of the territory battle and clearance battle, but making their opportunities count as Florenka. It's a quick kick away. Do some numbers here as Etherington spins around and kicks inside 50. Well read there from Savini. He's always been included in the state squad. One of the best young defenders in the competition. We've got a best and fairest to his name as well, Galen Savini. Outstanding young talent. Plenty of players in space here. Subiaco. It's Charlie Burke. Wheels around. Goes long down the boundary line. He didn't give a free kick away there. Hughes managing to keep the footy in. Just punched over the boundary line by Patrick Mullane. Forcing a boundary throw in.
They've held up well. Only 9 inside 50s apiece. South Fremantle have almost double as much of the footy. So they've controlled the territory, as you said, Jordan, but 3 goals apiece. I think Jared Schofield, when he comes in at quarter time, will be pretty satisfied with what his team has done so far. They can't afford to drop their guard, though. Comes to Jones. They've got so many options, South. Bletchenden's kick's smothered. Giro's in there. Josh Robbins kicked the first goal. Ball bobbling around at half forward for South. Drage. It's a quick kick forward. Got a teammate there. It's not going to reach him. On the ground again. Marlon Corbett, leading possession winner on the ground, goes with the kick out towards the wing and it's punched out of bounds. Yes, it's been a very enthralling contest so far.
Promising signs from the Lions. I guess the question is, can they do it for 4 quarters? They're a very young side, giving up a lot of experience to South Fremantle.
South kicking with the breeze at the moment as well. Not a strong breeze in Leederville. Give them a little bit of an advantage as the kick forward from Ferreira is chopped off there by Jackson McGowan. He was playing amateurs at the start of the season, playing in the Perth Footy League, and got the call from Jared Schofield. He's come back to the club and has come back into the team. Kicks further afield to Siano. Kicked their last goal. Giro wrapped up though. We'll have a ball up. Time on in the first quarter. 3 points of difference.
One of best and fairest in the Perth Footy League as well, the CJ Jamison medal. So certainly a talented player, Jackson McGowan. Great to see him back in the WAFL. Involved once again, McGowan. But it's the Bulldogs away through O'Hare. As long inside 50. Basco was in best position. Fills the mark, but pushing in the back free kick. Going the way of the South Fremantle sharpshooter. He started the game well. Always been that main focal point in attack. Hit 1 goal 1 so far. Slotted the easy one and absolutely butchered the tough one, Trey Rusco.
Yeah, it wasn't, by normal standards, it wasn't that tough either. It's a 40 degrees, 40 metres. You'd kick it 8 out of 10 times probably. But he's having his 3rd shot in the first quarter. So opportunities are arising for Trey Rusco.
Especially a player of his standards, Trey Rusco. Well within range here. Slide angle. And the mark's about 35 metres out. Slots it calmly through. Trey Rusco. He's got his 2nd of the evening. And the Bulldogs stretch their margin out. Trey Rusco starting to heat up. 2 goals, 1 for the opening term for him so far. The only multiple goal kicker on the ground. That's the Bulldogs up by 9 latter stages of this opening term.
Yeah, both teams waxing goals as it's back in the middle. Giro gets his hands on it. Can't get it clear though. He's going to follow it up. He's going to get the clearance too, Stefan Giro, the former Fremantle player. He goes inside 50 looking for Borchett. Carried under the footy. Whistle goes and Hughes has given away a free kick. So what we've seen so far, one side gets a goal and the other one answers pretty quickly. It's happened 6 times already Could happen 7 times.
Remarkable stuff so far. Subi just finding a way.
Ryan Burchett, 191 goals in his career at Subiaco. Includes a flag 2019. Missed out in 21 when they won their last premiership. A highly experienced player. Century of games coming up, looking for his double century of goals sometime in the next month or two. He's put that one through. He gets one closer to it, and Subiaco answer. Subiaco are hanging in every time South Fremantle score, and they've kicked 4. Subiaco have answered with their own.
They've got all the answers so far, John. They're doing well. They're getting dominated in the possession tally, but they're finding a way every time they go inside 50. Winder clearing handball only as far as Hickmont. Giro goes long inside attacking 50. Borchett with the flyer. Hughes does well with the fist. Winder reads it best. His kick smothered though. Lions under great tackle there from Walker. Really great defensive pressure from the Lions. That's Hudson Walker, the hero of that State 18's famous victory last year against Vic Country with the goal after the siren. It's a notable goal kicker, that's for sure. Plays that pressure forward role really, really well. Probably one of the unlucky ones from the WA contingent last year not to get drafted. So he's got a chance to give Subiaco the lead after the siren.
They haven't led at any stage in this game.
Walker from about 45 metres out. Strikes it well, but just misses to the right-hand side. And the margin is cut to 2 points at quarter time. Really enthralling contest to start this one. Subiaco taking it up to their highly fancied opponents at the moment, John.
Oh, it's been a great game so far. South have had the volume of possession, but have only kicked 4. Subi haven't had their hands on the ball quite as much, but have
celebrate his 100th game with a win. And what will be South Fremantle's 4th win of the season. Just the one loss so far in that thrilling match against Claremont.
Yeah, they haven't lost any friends, have they, the way they've gone about their footy this season.
They've been outstanding and remarkably not premiership favourites at the moment, given Claremont's hot form to start this one.
And Hamish Free, their ruckman's out of action for a couple of months with syndesmosis. Matt Parker's missing his 3rd game with a hamstring issue. So he was touch and go to play 3 weeks ago, and he hasn't played since. So maybe not quite as minor as they first said. He's a dasher, Matt Parker. He will come back into the side at some point as Ben Laycock prepares to throw it up. Game 250 for Ben Laycock. The 2 first-year players up there. Harvey gets it down to Florenka. Touch number 13 already. He's having a great start in his 100th game. Comes to Gather Cole. Goes the long handball. Chopped off by Jermaine Jones. He'll go inside 50 with a wobbler. Galen Savini fighting hard for it with Lucas Robinson. Robinson keeps the ball alive. Play allowed to go on. Subiaco under pressure. They get in the hands of Gather Cole. And now taken to ground was Jackson McGowan. He'll come back to South. It's hot in there at half forward. And we'll think players will be pretty happy to have a ball up.
Hot start to the second quarter. Savini v Robinson down back there as Corbett gets the clearing kick away. Straight to a South Fremantle player though, and Sachs taking the intercept mark. He moves it on quickly to Strom. One of those state representatives for South Fremantle. He'll be doing battle in just a couple of weeks at this very venue. He finds Rayson, left footer.
Last time WA played South Australia at Leederville Oval, won by 1 point.
Well, Adam Reid's had a few 1-point results already this season as Peel Thunder coach. Hopefully not another one. Or if it is, it's a win for his sake, the state coach.
Lewis Jetty, the star that day, kicked a 75-metre goal at the end to win the game for WA. Subiaco it is this time, looking to go forward, looking to get their own goal. As Hudson Walker it is wrapped up with the footy. Ethan Hughes, highly experienced player. And we'll have a ball up at half forward. No score so far this quarter. Minute gone. Harvey tries to get it out. Hickmott it is. Comes off Hickmott. Will there be a last disposal? No. It bobbled out. So we'll have another ball in.
I think his teammate Corbett saved him there. Bounced off his chest, I think. So,
rebound. Corbett's now actually moved up, and he started at half back. He's moved up onto Florenka now, needing to do something on Florenka. He's up to 13 possessions. 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Round 5 WAFL action. And Florenka in there again. He was held by one arm, but he got 1 foot to it, which is all you need to do. It's chopped off by McGowan, though.
Probably that role that Greg Clark plays, doesn't it? That defensive midfielder who can also find a lot of the footy. As Corbett goes long inside attacking 50. Reading at best, Chad Pearson. They just read it so well. The Bulldogs back 6, so well drilled. A big reason behind their premiership last year. As Winder goes long for a 1-on-1 contest. But I'm from Savini. Punched the ball out of Robinson's hands. Bourne. Finds a teammate in Hughes. Centering ball from him. Finds Jermaine Jones. State teammate to state teammate. We'll be saying that a lot, I think, this evening, John. There's that many state representatives in the back 6 for South Fremantle. Plenty of space here for Bolognese. First goal kicker of the game. Rusco, too high for him. Couldn't hang on to it, but Rayson does well to on the footy.
He's got a big job, Girolami, hasn't he, in his first season, playing a bloke who's played 18 AFL games, coming off a 50-goal premiership season last year. Just has to play him tight. He'll learn a few lessons today, Nick Girolamo.
From Richmond VFL, so had a little bit of state league experience. They could probably do with him at the moment, Richmond VFL, given their AFL injury list right now. As Florenka, the milestone man, can he get one? How good is that? Jake Florenka in his 100th game. Special moment for him. And South Fremantle extend their margin to 8 points. Westlove just banging the ball inside 50. Big hands finding Florenka as well. Nice moment in his 100th game. He's worked that hard to get to triple figures. Great to see him get on the board.
Yep. Loving evolved again. And it comes back to Bletchenden this time. The lookalikes, Florenka and Bletchenden. It's chopped off, though, by Gather Cole. The emergency came into the side late when Jack Petroselli went out. And there's one of those state players that we've called a lot already and will continue to do so. Just read the play better there, Ethan Hughes. Read the poor kick off the boot. Made ground and has got the ball up to Rowan O'Hare, who's a dasher. He's going to go sideways, though. Comes to Ferreira. Quite measured footy from South. They play this brand of footy quite a bit. They're quite comfortable with it. They'll go back and forth. Strom and Pearson often involved, as they were then. Going to go further back to Dodds. And he's going to go carefully up the coast towards Jermaine Jones, who's been busy to start this game as well. Coming up for touch number 9. And nothing ahead, so he's just going to go backwards. They're patient. They know they've got quality options. They're just waiting for a little bit of space, but it's chopped off then. South have the Subi have the chance to go forwards in the hands of Mayo. 80 from goal. Goes with a half-distance kick. There's a player on the ground there. Can he get to it? No, he can't yet. Kieran Douglas, but he wraps it up. That's as good as taking the ball, just about. They'll get a forward 50 stoppage here, Subiaco. So good work from Subi. They turned the ball over. And the measured approach from South Fremantle didn't come off on that occasion.
I like Douglas's work, his ability to lock the ball inside 50. Giro, quick soccer from him. This is to the left-hand side. Minor score going the way of Subiaco, cutting the margin back to 7 points.
Might have been able to do a bit better then. He probably thought he was under more pressure than he was.
Yeah, it did look like he had a little bit more space. Pearson taking the kicking in duties. They've just read it beautifully. Defensively, the likes of Pearson, Hughes, Strom, the list goes on, really. Long ball from him towards West. Westlove. He's had a good debut so far. Jermaine Jones. He's racking up at the moment. Disposal number 10 coming up for him. Takes the mark in front of Savini. Well-weighted kick as well. Pretty well defensively there. Gathercole had a few nice moments in his call-up. West Love, a bit of room here. Bangs the ball long inside attacking 50. Trey Rusco with the one hand nearly.
Held without it.
Free kick going the way of Rusco.
Tackle just lingered, didn't it? He did the right thing. Girolamo won the contest, and the tackle just kept going for a fraction too long.
It's a tough matchup. Trey Rusco is really powerful, really strong on the lead as well. Heard Corey Watts during the week saying he's probably the toughest opponent he's played in the WAFL, so massive raps for him. No wonder he was that close to winning the Bernie Naylor last year. Really entertaining shootout between himself and Tyler Keitel in that final round.
He was ahead with an hour to go.
Yeah.
Got gazumped.
Absolutely right. Rusco, chance for his third. The only multiple goal kicker in this game so far. Kicks it from just outside the 50-metre arc. Kicks it nicely, but just misses. The minor score. He moves to 2-2. Dangerous inside attack, Trey Rusco. And the Lions move it on quickly.
Yeah, 4 shots at goal so far from Trey Rusco. 8 minutes into the second quarter. So he's proving a handful. Hasn't done a lot of damage on the scoreboard yet. Will Schofield, often used as a tagger in his younger days. He's now playing, maybe he's running with the player, but he's been at half-back for much of the day. And his kick is punched over the line there by Chad Pearson, the captain. Be playing in the state game in a couple of weeks on this ground. Some of these players, they just know what they're going to do. They know they're going to be playing for WA. They know their roles. It's a great advantage. As Harvey it is, gets to the front of the pack. Handball over to Bletchenden. In fact, what am I going to say? He's holding the ball. Oh, we're going to have another throw in, I think, because that throw was so shallow. It dropped short and floated into the wind. Harvey had it land in his lap. They've recalled it. So we'll have another ball in. Harvey up against Rickson. Ball comes to ground. Players fighting for it in there. Jermaine Jones gets his hands on it, then gets it out then to Hughes. He can't clear it. Jones fighting back again. A lot of bodies around the footy here. Josh Robbins lurking. Hickmott. Now it's going to come outside, and they've got a bit of room. Subi, if they can get the bounce in their favour. It's not to be. South clean it up through Sachs with a short kick. Followed up by Byron. He's collected very heavily, coming the other way. Mullane taken to ground, and now the ball will be taken over the ground. So, not champagne football, but it was certainly had plenty of meat on the bones.
Mullane's done a couple of nice things defensively as well. Wouldn't have got stats for that or that other moment when he punched the ball over the boundary, but certainly had a couple of nice team-lifting moments. Subiaco youngster.
Didn't want to run into him on a dark night, I wouldn't have thought.
It'll be like running into a brick wall, I'd say. Rickson v Harvey in the ruck. Rickson's battled hard. Still only 19 years old. Looking forward to seeing how he goes in the national championships, that's for sure. They've got an array of big men at their disposal. Rickson wins the hit out on that occasion. Goes towards Corbett. He's unable to break free.
12 possessions for Corbett, leading ball winner on the ground.
He's been excellent. He's been one of those players that's really stepped up in the absence of Greg Clark. And one that's probably a little bit of a chance for mid-season draft as well. He's been one of those players who's been talked about for a little bit. So a few big games in the lead up to the mid-season draft, and you never know.
Don't think Subiaco need to lose too many more players, do they?
Yeah, it'd be bittersweet, won't it? It'd be nice to see the player rewarded for his form, but obviously another selection headache for Jared Schofield.
They lost DeLuca and Mayo in mid-season drafts in years when they were looking to push up towards the flag. Ethan Hughes this time belts it back towards half forward. Comes to ground. Harvey there, following it up. He's done some good things on the ground. Aidan Harvey. Izzy Winder just got some class there. Got it to Bourne somehow. His kick's going to be chopped off though. No, it's going to stay on the ground. Savini just overran it. Comes to Rusco. He's going to put it through this time. He's bounced it through from 15 metres. But the whistle has gone. He's had 5 shots at goal so far, Trey Rusco, for 2 goals. And he's been denied that one because there's going to be a ball up.
Real mixed bag from Trey Rusco so far. These games had it all.
And the kick from the security guard has hit the post and bounced back over the fence. So we're going to have a slightly longer delay. So it's been a comedy of errors here. The only one not laughing is Trey Rusco.
Rusco grabs it out of the ruck himself. Dispossessed though. It's Judd Kelman taking the mark. Chipping it around at the moment. Girolami. Still a contest. No one able to hang on to the mark. Goes pretty well for Mott. But his kick's chopped off by Dodds. The long sleeves on today. Probably will need it later on when it starts to cool down. Really cool morning this morning.
It's nearly 5 o'clock in Perth. So the twilight game. All the games earlier today were played in the normal times or closer to normal times.
Disappointing kick from Bourne there, wasn't it? And Walker cuts it off. They're going to win it back though. South Fremantle through Dodds.
Herrera. They've all got the same haircuts, haven't they? The South crew.
I reckon they must have all got it done pre-game as well. Florenka, his haircut for the milestone game, no doubt.
And the others have gone out in sympathy with him. Ball on the ground. Burke tries to get clear. And Rusco lurking again. In fact, the free kick is going to come, but it's before Rusco got involved. So it's Lucas Robinson, who is one of the most highly anticipated teenagers in the country. About to play in the 18s. Almost certain to get drafted, you would have thought. And he looks a big lump of a lad too for an 18-year-old.
He really does. He's got that ability to play inside midfield, as we saw in his debut, where he had 26 disposals. Also got the ability to play forward as well, as we've seen today.
His first kick today went through for a goal. That's his second kick, and he's done exactly the same. So 100% efficiency from Lucas Robinson. Great kick.
Second goal to Lucas Robinson. Start to his senior career. Showed he can play as an inside mid, and now showing he can play as a target up forward as well. Really strong overhead. Such a mature body for an 18-year-old. He's going to do some serious damage in the National Carnival coming up.
Looking to do a bit more damage here too. Comes to Hickmott. Goes forward to Giro. Can run to almost 50 and then goes with a neat kick inside to Josh Robbins. Great vision from Stefan Giro. Looked as though he's going to go long towards the goals from outside 50 and then picked off Josh Robbins, who's also only had one kick but landed a goal with it. They need this. The margin out to 14 points, the biggest lead of the game so far for South. And just a steadier required from Subiaco. Haven't goaled so far this quarter. Only kicked the behind, actually, so far. So Josh Robbins, grandson of a dual Subiaco Ferris and Best winner, Tommy Robbins. And he goes from about 50. He's off to the right, though. One behind.
South just starting to gain ascendancy in this one, John. Goal in that opening term, but
the big men are just starting to have an impact, aren't they? Harvey and West Love, they're wearing down Rickson.
Just got that little bit more experience and probably those stronger bodies as well. It was a tough gig leading the ruck as a 19-year-old. He's done it admirably this year as Fraser Rickson. Great story. His selection for State 18s after his season last year ended by a broken leg in the last game for Subiaco before state selection, where they were actually watching his game as well. So bit of a roller coaster 12 months for him.
Well, he'll come into it that bit more mature. He will have played some league footy too, so the advantage is in his court. As the balls punch away there, coming over the top, Jacob Sachs, who's a good destroyer of the ball in the air. With Subiaco only the 2 behind so far this quarter. South have kicked a couple of goals to stretch their quarter time lead, which stood at 2 points. We're approaching time on in the second. Shadows across the ground. Ball comes to ground, and Giro it is, wrapped up. Can't get it free. Have another ball up inside 50. Subiaco scoring end. Ball comes to ground. Dashing through is Hudson Walker. And then the kick's going to go out of bounds, so we'll have a ball in right beside the behind post. Siano involved in that contest. Subi looking to get another goal before half-time, you would have think. Just not so much to stem bleeding, because they haven't been scored against heavily, but just to give them some belief when they go in at half-time.
Yeah, they haven't had a great deal of opportunities in this second quarter, so really need to make this inside 50 entry count. Robbins tries to burst out of traffic. Giro involved as well. Walker unable to hang on to the footy, and we'll have a boundary throw in left forward pocket for the Lions. Richie Bartlett, one of several inclusions for the Lions. He's a really dangerous small forward, former East Fremantle player, come across to Subiaco in the last few years.
Very good in the air, Richie Bartlett. Ball's in the air. Borchert doing the ruck work. He gets to the front of the contest, and he's going to be penalised. That surely must have been for something off the ball, because Borchert got to the front position, and in fact the free's not going to his opponent, so it was an off the ball free to South in the hands of Pearson. Chips it further afield to Sachs, back to Pearson, runs it out of half-back. He's got a player clear by himself on the wing, Chase Bourne. Another good name. Got some good footy names out there today. Kick around the corner, looking for a teammate, spills it. Subiaco going to get it back inside their 50 through McGowan, and it comes now to Ben Sokol. About the first time we've called his name so far today, and then it's not a great kick into the hand of a defender, and the ball is wrapped up at half forward. Ben Sokol's come back to the side this year after playing in the Peel League. He's played 4 games, only kicked 3 goals, so he hasn't really stamped his authority on the competition. Great
to see him back. It's a slow start at the moment. No doubt he'll find his feet after a couple of years out of the WAFL.
Needs 3 goals to join the top 50 goal kickers in WAFL history. A bit of work to be done for him to get there. As South this time taking the ball forward, sweeping it forward, but O'Hare runs into trouble and he loses the footy. So good work from Subi, maintaining the pressure. Comes to Charlie Burke, 70 odd from goal, goes with the chip kick towards the leading player, Robbins. He's taken, no, Bartlett it was. He's taken the ground, no free kick. It's going to come back in for Subi. Will they get the chance here through Giro? Goes for goal from about 45, and it's online. No, it's not. It's off to the right. So another missed opportunity. He's missed a couple this quarter, Stefan Giro. They're edging their way forward, Subiaco, but not getting reward for effort.
He's been lively, Stefan Giro. Bit of an almost game for him so far. 11 disposals and the 2 behinds. So a couple of opportunities going begging for him in this second quarter as Pearson. Long ball outside of defensive 50. Great mark there overhead from Jack Mayo. Trying to get the 50-metre penalty there, pointing towards the mark, but unable to do so. He wheels around onto the trusty left boot. Gets a bit on this one towards the goal square. No one able to hang on to it. Quick snap there. He's got it. Rory Murison really was something out of nothing. And the Lions get one back. First kick, first goal, as they say, John.
Yeah, they needed something. Good deep kick from Jack Mayer. Probably caught it on the breeze. And Murison was on the ground and put it through with his first kick of the day. The Kalgoorlie player. He's a good size too. Needs to get his hands on the ball a bit more.
6 points the margin. It really felt like the game was not slipping away, but they've managed to claw it back, the Lions. Corbett with a long clearing kick towards Mayo. Strong fist there from Strom. South just looking to clean it up across half back. Robbins does well. He's got Jones up against him. The ball spills over the boundary line. Robbins just getting it. Pat on the back from a few teammates there. Great work from him, forcing the boundary throw in. Just 6 points the margin now. Subiaco kicked the 1 goal this quarter. They've managed to keep the lead manageable for now. Taking it up to the reigning champs. Harvey v. Rickson. Apologies, West Love v. Rickson on that occasion. Lorenka gets the clearance away. disposal number 20 for him already. It's not even half time yet. He's well on track for a 40-piece in his 100th game. As Corbett really liked his game so far as well. Finds McGowan. Hickmott takes the mark. Out of wing here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium.
Everyone on the ground just about, except for the pair at the bottom of your screen on that side of the ground. So very crowded. Needed to square it. Back went down the line. Played into South's hands to some degree, but Robbins is there fighting for it. Comes to Byron. Short handball further afield to Dodds, who's beset by defenders immediately. Josh Robbins is a fine tackler, and he's done that again. So we'll get another stoppage inside 50. Straight goal the difference. South in front. Subi haven't been in front at any stage during the day, but the game hasn't got away from them. Florenka it is trying to burst his way through the pack. And there will be a free kick paid, or is it a ball up? No, it's paid holding the ball. So it's gone the way of Robbins. Florenka trying to burst through, and that tackling prowess that Robbins has showed all his career came to the fore, and he'll have the chance to have another shot at goal. He's kicked 1 goal, 1 so far. Probably just too far out to score. In fact, he's going to look to come inboard. Full play on, not 15. Comes to Morrison again. He's only had 1 kick. No, McGowan it was. McGowan's put it through. The scores are level here. Great finish, Jackson McGowan.
Jackson McGowan getting on the board for his first goal in league footy. Nice moment for him. Nearly every player on the ground got around him there.
Except for the South bloke.
Yeah, that's a fair point, actually. And rightly so.
Yeah, no, it's a good goal. Scores are level. They've been fighting hard, Subi. They haven't raised the white flag by any means. They can go back into the top 5 if they win today. It's in the hands of, not Harvey, Rickson. Comes back to Hickmott. He started to have a bit of a say second half of this quarter as McGowan again goes inside and he lands it on the chest of Ryan Borchert. And as we approach half-time, Ryan Borchert has a chance to put Subiaco in front. He will kick for goal from 40 metres directly in front. Ryan Borchert has kicked 1 already today, 192 in his career.
McGowan, 2 outstanding kicks in a row, wasn't it?
Low bullets. Hard to defend. Ball's coming in hard and quick. Right onto the chest of Borchert. He kicks truly from 40. Off to the left, though. And that's a lost opportunity for Subi. They lead by a point.
As you mentioned, first time today as well for Subiaco. Gowan having a real purple patch for Subi, as is Marlon Corbett. Up to 14 disposals now. Making the most of the minutes inside midfield. On ball from Jones. Rusco pleads for the free kick. Goes the other way. Had a frustrating day with the umpires today, Trey Rusco.
He's kicked 2 goals in the first half, but he's had 5 shots for goal.
He thought he had that third as well, didn't he? He was pleading for about 2.5 minutes there. And the switch sides here, South Fremantle. Bourne first to it. Really liked his performance. Some serious wheels on him. Real speedster.
14 possessions for Bourne.
Rage moving it on quickly. Pereira, a bit of a high hit, but in the end it's Rickson. Mullane cleaning it up for Subiaco. Strom is over the boundary. Boundary throw in. Out a winger at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. What a battle it's been. Subiaco have trailed for pretty much this entire game, but that minor score to Borchert giving them a 1-point advantage. Dying stages of this opening half.
Yes, not long to go. 2 goals apiece this quarter, and we're approaching 28 minutes. Almost half time as Hickmott gets it out of the pack, gets it high towards the 50-metre line. Bartlett can't take it. Grayson gets his hands on it. Back to Winder as the siren goes. So Subiaco will go in with a 1-point lead and delighted with their effort and their reward for what they've done so far in this first half.
Yeah, they really started that second quarter a little bit slowly, Subiaco, but managed to claw their way back and as well, doesn't he? He's got that midfield bull about him and got that ability to push forward and take a strong overhead mark as well.
And what he's done with the ball in hand has been pretty impressive. He hasn't had a lot of the footy today. He's only up to probably only half a dozen touches. Yeah, five possessions, only 2 kicks. Kicked a couple of goals, so he's made the most of what he's had. You'd like to see him get more of it, but he looks to be a well-balanced kick. Here you go.
Second half action underway. Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Saturday twilight footy. West Love winning the hit out on debut.
Late call from off. The out-of-zone umpire has called it, and Robinson's into the game already.
All of 13 seconds, and he's got himself his first possession. It'll be interesting to see how that move pans out. Lucas Robinson, the young gun, goes long inside attacking 50. Great kick from him, straight to the midst of Aidan Harvey. And his midfield move looking the good so far, John. Lucas Robinson.
Well, good judges called it, didn't they?
We did. We thought it might happen maybe midway through the third or even into the fourth quarter, but great to see Craig White pull the trigger. He might have a goal assist to his name early in the second half. Aidan Harvey. Man on the mark's probably about 45 metres out. Pretty much directly in front. The South Fremantle big man, what has he got? He's got it. And he loves his work here, Aidan Harvey. Perfect start to the second half for South Fremantle. Perfect start there to South Fremantle. Aidan Harvey finishing the job there after excellent kick inside 50 from Lucas Robinson.
Yeah, Wes Love back in there. Florenka this time gets it onto the left foot, gets it forward. Subi under pressure already. Drage, he's a speedster. He gets through that pack pretty easily, then hooks it around the corner inside 50. Rusco fighting for it. Harvey, Wes Love again there. Drags a player out of the way. Might have been a whistle, not to be. Corbett's been very impressive today. Marlon Corbett, former Gold Coast WAFL player, up towards Jack Mayo. And he's going to come back to Corbett. Set him a task, though. The ball just hovered there. And he was collected reasonably heavily. Up to the challenge, Marlon Corbett. He's gone up to 17, 18 possessions now. And there's a kick. He's waxing with Jack Mayo. Mayo takes the mark inside 50. He might look to play on here. It's a tough kick. He's got the breeze blowing the ball away from the goal face. He's going to have to kick hard at the right goal post. Looks as though he's going to go back and have a set shot from just inside. It'll be just inside the 50 line when he kicks. Ball will go right to left. So his starting point is going to be important. Where's he going to go? Jack Mayo looking for his second today. Goes around the corner. He's kicked it out to the left. Won't score with that. Might set it up for a teammate though. Ball's bobbling around in there. Ethan Hughes taken to ground. We'll have a ball up. So a stoppage. So the second best option from Mayo's kick inside.
The wind just took that as well, like you said, right to left.
Comes back to Love. Gets his boot on it. Gets it right out of danger. It's going to be taken though. It's coming back in. Regan Mott. It's had a quiet day so far today. Regan Mott. Only the one kick so far. Going to come up for his second in a moment. A lot of players inside 50. Pretty static. Probably going to have to go long to the goal square. And he does. He sets it up right at the top of the goal square. Mayo's down there. And Rickson comes to Hughes. Clears the danger area with an up and under. That might bounce out. And they might get away with it. In fact, good work from South Fremantle to punch the ball further afield. And we'll get a ball in just outside the 50-metre zone. So South averted the danger for a minute. Subi have responded strongly, though, to that early goal.
End-to-end footy to start this one. 5 points the margin in favour of South Fremantle. Love v Rickson. Rickson on that occasion. As Florenka with the clearing kick. His 22nd disposal. What a 100th game he's having so far. Better players on the ground, if not the best.
He's not in the state squad. Might be playing his way in, even though the squad has got 32 names in it.
He's a very, very handy player. take Florenka. Long ball inside 50. Savini handles it under pressure. Whistle blown. Free kick going the way of Subiaco. Galen Savini take the free kick. Right half back for the Lions.
Been pretty steady today, and there's a 50-metre penalty paid now. For an infringement down the field, I think. I don't think it was a stand or a infringement where the ball was in Savini's hands. Looks like it was played by the out-of-zone umpire. He goes forward a long way and kick this ball inside 50, unless he goes square. He does. It's a bit sloppy. He's left the door open for Trey Rusco, and he follows it up too. So Savini's not his best work. Subiaco under pressure now. Strage going forward. He's a speedster. 3 bounces. Goes now with the short kick, and he's got O'Hare there. He's also a speedster. Not a great kick. O'Hare's got to work hard here. He drops the ball. That should be holding the ball, and it is. So Subiaco got out of danger. Gathercole followed it up. Could have done a bit better there, South.
Chose the unselfish option there, didn't he, Drage? But just didn't connect his kick well enough.
Could have kept running, actually. Had the players running away from him. Still, back to Giro. He's going to try and mop up what they did previously. Lorenko again, though. He just keeps going where the footy is, and his kick inside 50. Dropped there by Bullino. It's going to be cleared by Jackson McGovern, and he finds a man at half-back.
What? Takes the mark across half-back for Subiaco. Goes long down the line to a pack. Walker in front. He couldn't hang on. Rickson, the quick handball to Giro. He does well on the left boot there, Stefan Giro. Robbins couldn't hang on. Corbett, another disposal to him. He's been on fire to start this one. Gathercole. Coleman couldn't hang on. Lorenka under pressure. Gear involved as well. Pearson does the fend off to Ciano. He might get done holding the ball here. He does. Great tackle, Sonny Ciano. The hard man to take down, Chad Pearson.
Just dropped at the knees, didn't he? But left himself vulnerable because he couldn't get any momentum with the body.
Under all sorts of pressure there, Chad Pearson, as Ciano goes along towards the goal square. They read it well, though. Hughes. Sachs involved there. Sachs. Massive kick outside of offensive 50. Gathercole couldn't hang on to the mark. Whistle blown, though. He's getting a free kick. Daniel Gathercole, former West Perth player. Late inclusion today as well, making the most of his opportunity this evening. Finds Galen Savini.
Savini, fairest and best winner. Won the Tom Outridge medal a couple of years ago at Subi. Goes deep inside 50, looking for Mayo there and Borchert. Borchert taken out in the marking contest. Back to Ferreira. Happy to take the tackle. He spun, taken to ground. He'll have a stoppage. Will be a ball up just inside the boundary at 30 metres from the Subiaco goal. Westlove it is. Shoves his opponent out of the way and then kicks it out on the full. So this will give Subiaco a shot for goal. Jack Mayo might go to school on what he learnt from a kick earlier. Very similar position a few minutes ago.
Good pocket for a left footer, though, isn't it? So Mayo, even though he's looking, might end up being a centering ball, I think. Maybe that's how he's learnt from his last kick.
Not much movement except for Sokol. He's done the dummy lead. He's going back into the square. Involved in a wrestle. And now he's learnt from his last one. He kicks it to the right. It's going to float off to the left. In fact, it won't make the distance, and it's punched over for one forced behind. But the next time he has a kick from there, Jack Mayo, he's going to nail it.
He's getting closer, that's for sure. Much better effort than his first shot from there.
4 points the difference.
And speaking of getting closer, Subiaco just 4 points away from South Fremantle. Just the one goal this third quarter so far. 9.5 minutes gone. Really tense twilight affair here. Turnover. Subi pounce. Another turnover, though, as Florenka gets to it first. Corbett involved once again as well as Burke. Robbins does really well against a couple of South Fremantle players. Might get it back as well, he does. Plenty of numbers here. Murison goes inside attacking 50, but disappointing kick. And Hughes reads it best. Yeah. Like he usually does, Ethan Hughes, but Murison could have been a little bit better there, going inside attacking 50.
A couple of self-inflicted injuries both ways in the hands of Bolonu now on the wing. Just to go long. Rusco's there. He takes a strong mark in the air. Well held up by Girolami. Rusco gets around him, though. He's going to go short. He's got an option there. Well-weighted kick. Comes to Drage. Around the corner. Will it bounce his way? No, it won't. It runs away for one behind. So South Fremantle taking it end-to-end, but not able to finish the job.
Drage has had a couple of almost moments in this third quarter. Had that nice long run through the middle of the ground. Might have another almost moment there as well. Couldn't hang on to the mark. Savini recovers. Goes long on the grandstand side here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Jones out of trouble. Gets it back off Strom. Gets it back off a Subiaco player there as well.
It's two stats from the one incident.
Not too bad at all. Strom involved a couple of times as well. Nice chip kick inside attacking 50. Donaldson couldn't hang on. Lorenka recovers. Quick snap here from Bolonu. I reckon he's got it. He does. Jordan Bolonu. Excellent snap from him. And South get 2 goals in a row to start this second half.
Jordan Bolonu gets his second today, a former Peel player. Brendan Donaldson's dropped a couple of marks this quarter. Hasn't played much footy this year. Coming off a long-term injury. Not quite on his game at the moment. Bolonu followed it up, though.
Did well to recover as Rickson gets the clearing kick away. The South Fremantle big man, the Subiaco big man, apologies, finds Dodds. He swings around to Harvey, goes over the top of him. He'll be under a bit of pressure here. Savini only got pushed in the back. Towards the umpire, but the boundary throw in.
Similar trait to the second quarter, isn't it? South Fremantle kicking the only 2 goals of the quarter early. Approaching the halfway point of this third quarter.
Got the makings of another 1-point thriller, John. They've dealt with another one last week, Subiaco. 1 point to the better against Pure Thunder. Had a few tight games already this season. Lost a close one to East Fremantle as well. Plenty of tense moments in the coach's box in Jared Schofield's return.
Harvey it is. Gets the front position, gets the ball down. But Bletchenden is wrapped up by Marlon Corbett, who's having a very good game. 20 possessions, 4 tackles. It's 5 tackles now, so he's paying his way. Harvey back to Robinson. He's gone into the midfield. Comes to Winder. He goes back towards Sachs. Very reliable player at half-back. Robinson involved again. Shovels the ball out to O'Hare. A lot of bodies around him. Great tackle from Robinson. He's having a say in proceedings after going onto the ball at the start of this second half. That's a strong tackle. Stripped his opponent, won the free. And then he's kicked it towards Rusco. Kick just drops a little bit short. Gathercole gets a fist in and gets it over the line. And there's another reason for Trey Rusco to be frustrated. It's a good lead, a good kick, and the defender got across and just punched it out of his reach.
Has been one of those nights for Trey Rusco. One of those players that can turn the game within 5 or 10 minutes. Goes in the ruck himself. Bangs it on the left boot. Bit of an up and under kick. The 2 number 32's going at it. Gathercole getting the clearing kick. Only as far as Harvey. Subiaco not out of danger yet. They've got some numbers here though. Douglas involved. Hickmon as well. Goes long down the middle of the ground. Foot race here. Warren's a hard person to beat in a foot race, but Ciano does well. Centering ball inside 50. No one able to hang on. Bartlett lurking. Dodd's involved as well. Bartlett does well. It's Ferreira kicking South Fremantle out of danger. Finds Jermaine Jones, former West Coast Eagle. Lucas Robinson, hasn't he been busy in the engine room since moving at half-time? Bourne. Numbers through the middle of the ground here. Fletchenden takes a bounce. Goes long inside 50. Great spoil there from Girolami. Really liked his work down back.
He's been very solid. He's had a pretty tough time. Fletchenden just took that bounce and perhaps put the players off a little bit. Then he was off balance too and had to kick up and under rather than drill it. Still, they've got a stoppage inside their forward 50, South Fremantle. Drage is there. He's quick. Rusco's doing the ruck work. Gets his hands on it. Gets it down. Player taken to ground. No whistle. Subiaco allowed to clear. 2 on 1 though. He's going to come back in. Harvey, 199 centimetres. Biggest player out there for the Bulldogs. He squares it. Back to Rayson. Happy to build again. Ed Pearson has done this several thousand times over his career. Just at half back. Goes outside to Dodds. And then another careful kick further afield. So just picking their way through at the moment in the hands of O'Hare. He likes to run and dash normally. He'll be a bit more measured at the moment. He's going to go long, looking for Rusco again over his head. And the ball's gone out of bounds. So he's had a nearly day, Rusco. I mean, he might finish the day on the winning side with a couple of goals, and you'd be pretty happy with that normally. But he's been there and thereabouts without being able to really have a significant impact.
A few almost moments for Trey Rusco. Don't mind seeing him in the ruck, though. Just gets his hands on the footy a bit more as Charlie Burke gets the clearing kick out of defence. Butchett in the foot race. Handball puts Bartlett under a bit of pressure. Ball spills the way of South Fremantle, and it's Hughes going long down the line. His kick's turned over. Intercept mark taken by Burke. Taking his time. Been involved a couple of times in that passage of play. Charlie Burke. Young winger. Subiaco. Kick there finds Robbins. The 18 minutes gone in this third quarter. South Fremantle holding on to a slender 11-point advantage. The 2 goals so far in this second half. Can Subiaco respond? Bourne, he's been in everything this evening. Fletchenden, quick kick towards attacking 50. Rusco couldn't hang on. Recovers to get his hands on the footy though. Another Cole. Win the footy for Subi. It's Jones rolling to West Love. Bourne involved again. His kick smothered by Ciano. Jones trying to get through it. Maroon and gold brick wall. There's never any chance of that happening.
The Subiaco effort and energy and endeavour has been first class. And that's why the scoreboard hasn't got away from them. 11 points the difference, approaching time on in the third. They haven't kicked a goal in this quarter, but they've hung in there and they've made it very hard for South Fremantle, who are one of the trendsetters in this competition.
But on tackle count, 54-30 in favour of Subiaco.
Yeah. So they're working pretty hard. They haven't had as much of the ball, obviously. Over the head of Rusco again. We've seen that a few times today. McGowan clears it. Rusco goes to ground pretty heavily. Subi going to get it outside or close to the 50 and belted away out of bounds. Rusco on the ground. He's going to finish the day sore and maybe a little bit sorry. He's done it hard so far. He's gone into the ruck. His strength and his power through his core makes him a good ruckman. They can't get around him, particularly not the giant ruckman if it's a second stringer.
He's quite undersized, isn't he? But still manages to get the job done.
Mayo it is. Gets his hands on the footy. Gets it forward 10 metres or so. Comes back towards Regan Mott. Will Hickmott it is. Taps it forward. Ball is loose. Approaching the middle of the ground. Hickmott goes through it. Walker stripped of it. Comes back to Ferreira. Izzy Winder. He's a star. And that kick is a bit of a sets a task for Drage. It's chopped off by Mullane. He's done some good things today. He's a vigorous player. Quite blunt at times in the way he goes about it. Comes to Mayo, goes backwards. Giro, he's looking for Mullane. He's sitting there waiting for the ball to come back to him. And now it's a high up and under. His target's got plenty of time though. It was Girolami. And he's now fined Sonny Ciano. So some good system from Subiaco in this passage of play. Comes to Walker. Backs to Will Hickmott. The kick outside towards Regan Mott. Not the best kick. He's got his hands on it, gets it back into the corridor. Not a great finish from Subiaco. And Chad Pearson is able to clear from the danger period for the time being.
They did so much well in that passage of play, Subiaco, but just that centering ball needed to be better. And Pearson reading it best.
You can understand why Ben Sokol's only kicked 3 goals this season. The delivery's been like that for much of it.
Yeah, frustrating night for Ben Sokol. Hasn't seen much of the footy. A scrappy kick going towards attacking 50. Mayo does well to take the intercept mark. Finds Kelman. He goes on to Gathercole. He's got a bit of space to run if he wants to. Takes a few steps and kicks it perfectly for a teammate in Borchert. On Stefan Giro, Docker and Eagle. Another one of the state representatives out there this evening. He goes long down the wing. Westlove couldn't hang on. The ball spills in favour of South Fremantle. Sachs, disappointing kick from him. Goes back to Giro of Subiaco. Giro, a little 1-2 there. Bartlett does pretty well against a much bigger opponent. South Fremantle cleaning up across half back. They look to switch sides. Vaughan can run here, but he gets tackled. O'Hare kicks under pressure. He might give away a free kick though. There it is, the lasso rule. Free kick going the way of Subiaco.
Yeah, they're getting reward for effort, Subiaco. They're not allowing South to get clear. Lights taking full effect here. They're much superior lights, these $1 million lights at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Used to get seasick watching football here because they'd wobble. And if you were watching too closely, you'd start to feel a little nauseous. Not quite like that now. They are far superior to what they used to be.
It's great for commentary, that's for sure, John.
Yeah, it's a bit better than they used to be. We know that. As Subiaco, Giro again. He's having a good patch at the moment, Stefan Giro. Taking his time, looking for options. Not a lot of movement. And plenty of energy in the game. Players looking out on their feet already as it drops short into the breeze and lands in the lap of Borchert. So well read by Borchert. Giro kicking into the breeze. Couldn't get a lot of depth on the kick. And Borchert read it best, ran onto it. And now he's got a tough kick to come because he'll kick from 50 or just outside into the sea breeze. Ball will go from right to left. Got to make good contact. We'll see whether he's up to it in a moment. 11 points the difference. I'd like to get it back as we approach three-quarter time.
Subi have had that habit of kicking late goals every quarter. Can they continue the trend?
Borchert goes on. Kicks up and under. It's going to go off to the left. Won't make the distance. Sokol's there, but Ethan Hughes, the old head, gets those old hands to it as well and clears the danger zone. It's going to come back in, though, if this kick is on target. And we said Mayo would have his third opportunity from that quadrant, and he will. And this will be the easiest of the three because he's kicking it from about 35 metres on about a 60-degree angle.
And I think he's got a university degree on how to kick from this pocket now. He's had that many opportunities. I think you're right. I think this is the one.
He knows what he has to do. Just inside the right post. Relatively low. Quite hard. But if he can get his alignment right, he'll have his second. Jack Mayo. Kicked 8 so far this year. That's off to the left, though. So he hasn't gone to school. The university degree has left him short.
That might have actually been the worst of the lot in the end. So
it might have been the one that came out of the Wheaties packet. As Borchert's down with an issue with his left knee or leg. Looking very proppy, holding that left knee. In fact, he looks in some trouble. Looking to move the leg. Did he land heavily on it, perhaps?
Looking at a little bit of trouble.
Quite proppy. He's not looking to go off, though. Or is he now? Going to stay out there. And maybe just landed heavily. Hurts a bit. See how it goes. See if you can get a score. But you won't.
There it is, three-quarter time. A very low-scoring third quarter comes to an end. Very short third quarter comes to an end as well. Just a little bit over 25 minutes and the 2 goals. Now South Fremantle hanging on to an 11-point lead with a quarter to play. Been an exciting battle between these two outfits, and there is no doubt more twists and turns in store.
But the coach has, but believes that he can respond.
It's great to see Craig White trusting such a young player. As I mentioned, the youngest player on the ground.
And the biggest player, umpire Gibb. It is Jason Gibb to throw it up to start this last quarter here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. And Subiaco through Hickmott. That's Liam Hickmott, the older brother, approaching his 100th game shortly. This is number 99 today. So next week, he's due to play his 100th for the Lions. Giro and Florenko. Florenko playing his 100th today. So he's got there slightly ahead of Hickmott on a flag like Hickmott as well. A couple of well-credentialed players. Ethan Hughes, he's had a very good day. The handball to a teammate who's under pressure, and Ferreira taken to ground there by Regan Mott. And we'll have another ball up. Haven't only gone half a minute or so. Ferreira, 28 possessions in the first 3 quarters. Florenko, it is playing his 100th game. He's had a great journey. Missed out in 2020, but got redemption last year, part of that win. As West Love it is, bangs it forward. Careful kick there from McGowan, making sure it doesn't go out of bounds. Comes back towards O'Hare, and then South Fremantle cooking it around the corner. Mark's taken strongly there by Bullano. Looks to go inside 50. He's got a player by himself. Then there will be a mark there to Glenn Byron. Normally plays at half-back. Doesn't kick a lot of goals. Only 6 in his career, Glenn Byron. 91st game today for the Bulldogs. And he has a chance to kick his first this season. His first today, obviously. And extend the lead to 17, which would be the biggest of the game so far.
Such an important kick, isn't it? Just to extend that margin to 17 and really take the wind out of Subiaco's sails.
Byron from about 40 holds up in the breeze. Is it going to make the distance? No, it's going to drop short, probably 5 metres short. And then Subiaco tackle the ball over the boundary line. Trey Rusco there. And that was a frustrated.
He just looks fed up, doesn't he?
The body language is frustrated. He started brilliantly, 2 in the first quarter. And since then, everything he's done hasn't turned to gold. It's turned to brass. Subiaco going to clear it. It's going to happen again for him.
Intercept mark there to West Love, the first game up. And he'll love to celebrate his long-awaited senior debut with the 4 points. Long ball inside, attacking 50. Bologna nearly hangs on to it. Have a ball up outside of the goal square.
Ball's holding up significantly, isn't it? As the sea breeze is well and truly in here in Leederville.
Making it tough this end of the ground, so a little bit of an advantage for Subiaco. Got plenty of defenders around the footy. Rage does well though. Locks the ball inside, attacking 50.
Have a ball up, not a ball in.
Forward pocket here for South Fremantle. Whistle blown. Free kick going South Fremantle's way, and they take the advantage. It's Drage. What an important goal that is for the Bulldogs. Bit of breathing space now, leading by 17 points. Early stages of the final quarter. Quick thinking from Aaron Drage at South Fremantle. 3 goals to none in this second half. Can Subi respond? It's Giro with the clearing kick. Well read there from Hughes. His 8th mark of the night. What a performance he's put together down back. Between him and Pearson, they have just marked absolutely everything in their way. Dom's been good as well. Side defence for the Bulldogs. Bring it around at the moment. Led by 17 points. Early stages of this final term. They have kicked the last 3 goals of the game though, so Subiaco would be desperate to get one.
Subi haven't kicked a goal this half. It was only 4 minutes into the last quarter, but some danger signs. They threatened the goal face a bit in the third quarter, but the breeze made it tricky with the goal kicking, and they do it easier at the other end, kicking with the breeze. There'll be another ball up. Wixon's going to go up against West Love, just outside the 50-metre line. Wixon gets his hand to it, comes to ground, ball spills free, kicked off the ground, opens it up for South Fremantle. They've got a lot of space ahead of them too. This is Jacob Sachs. He runs on with it. Rusko goes over his head again. How many times have we seen this sort of thing happen? Good tap on though. Great thinking. It's going to come back to Rusko. No, it's going to go over his head yet again. And he has just had one of those days. Now the free kick has been paid though.
Well, he was holding his left hamstring as well.
It's gone the other way, and he is holding. He did hold the hamstring.
I think he might be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah. So has he done the hamstring or is it cramp? We'll see that. We'll keep an eye on that as the ball goes further afield, down and towards the wing. Noah Strom's going to bring it back in. Rusko's going to be in the play in a moment. He's leading up towards it. He's still there. He might have just been feeling a bit of cramp perhaps. He's going to come off now. And we'll see if we can get a report on what's happened there as Drage goes on with it. He's got a target at the back of the pack, and that target goes up and takes a strong mark. And that is, who is that there?
Jordan Bologna once again.
Yeah, Bologna. So he's just been lurking, waiting. He got free, had the run at the footy, and Bologna has the chance to kick his third tonight. Hasn't had a lot of the footy, but he's finished the job as Trey Rusko goes off with what may appear to be a hamstring injury.
That just sums up his night, doesn't it, Trey Rusko? He's had a bit of a dirty night, even though he's kicked 2-2.
Bologna has kicked 2 straight, wants to make it 3 straight and extend the lead to 23. The biggest of the game so far. He's got it straight through the middle. So South Fremantle are now running away with this game, up by 23, 7 minutes gone, fourth quarter. Four goals in a row to South Fremantle this half, and they've got their big game back on their terms.
Subiaco just desperate for something out of the middle here. Time running out for them, trailing by 23 points and conceding the last 4 goals of the game. Winder, it takes a bounce, going to get around Hickmott. A scrappy kick though. Able to hang on. Lorenka work his way to the footy. Hughes involved as well, but he's wrapped up. Free kick going Subiaco's way, holding the ball. Strong tackle there from Corbett. He can certainly hold his head high. He's been outstanding for the Lions. Orchard couldn't hang on the lead there. Dodds does well. Pearson involved again as well. And South Fremantle got themselves out of danger, as we've seen so many times this evening. Bletchenden, good kick from him. Was the 100 gamer in Florenka. He goes inside attacking 50. One on there from Savini. Corbett getting another disposal as well. A bit of pressure here. Subiaco inside defence. Well done from Bologna. He's really come to life in this second half, Jordan Bologna. Big job to do as well with Trey Rusko off the ground at the moment with potentially a hamstring issue. So he'll be the main focal point inside attack as Florenka, quick kick from him, centering ball. Well read by Regan Mott.
Whistles are going though. There's going to be reversed. Going to a South Fremantle player. It was paid by the outer zone umpire, so an infringement further up the field, which means it's paid where the ball was, which is directly in front of goals, 20 metres out of South Fremantle's goal, in the hands of Etherington. Didn't see what that was for, but it was off the ball. It was the umpire in the middle who paid it and then ran down to signal where it would be paid. As Etherington takes the kick from about 20 out directly in front. He's pushed it off to the right.
An even 4-goal margin now as McGowan does the kicking in duties for Subiaco. Gathercole open in the pocket if he wants him. Chooses to ignore that. Goes long instead. Bartlett with the fly. Away a free kick, and he does.
Disappointing to see the penalty for the attempted specky. If he took the mark, it would be paid. Because he missed the ball, the free kick's paid.
I'm all for a specky, John. And Bartlett's one of those players who he's got a goal of the year or mark of the year in him, I reckon. Dangerous ball out of defence.
Wow, Walker, he's got the chance as well.
Talk about a hanger. Hudson Walker nearly hangs on. Quick kick inside 50. Snap from Etherington. Goes across the face. Back doesn't score at all. We'll have a boundary throw in. Wow, fair bit happening there, John. We had a nearly hanger from Bartlett. We had a nearly hanger from Walker. I'm glad you got the Skywalker in there as well. Put that in the back pocket for when he actually hangs on to one, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, you never know if you ever get another opportunity to do it. So that's why some of these players go for it. It might never happen again. Comes to ground. Mayo was doing the ruck work for Subi. Fremantle up by 4 goals. Bletchenden back to Winder. Looking for a player square. Going to turn it over though. Looks like it's at Walker again in the best position. Gets the ball out of bounds. Again, the whistle's gone. There'll be a free kick paid, and it's going to go to South Fremantle again. This time to Brandon Donaldson. Again for an infringement. Away from the contest. And Donaldson, we saw Jack Mayo miss 3 shots for goal in the 3rd quarter from this position, all very similar. Brandon Donaldson's another left footer. He's a clever player. I reckon he would have gone to school on what Mayo did. Got to kick it right. He's got to kick it low. Try and keep it out of the breeze. Pretty good view of it here. And he's pushed it off to the left as well. So went the same way that Mayo did. Ball's on the ground. Subiaco are going to clear it through Hickmott with a kick further forward, but it comes to Ethan Hughes. That's 9 marks, most of them intercepts in the hands of Bourne. A lot of players ahead of him, looking to square it. Hard to score from this pocket. Going to kick it into the pocket. He's going to go into the corridor. It's going to make it pretty hard for Bolano. Savini's there, comes to Hickmott. Will, and the short kick finds a teammate. Sokol had to leave a long way from goals to get his hands on the footy. Goes outside to Bartlett. Nearly halfway through the last quarter. Subiaco have to do something pretty quickly if they're going to win it. 4 goals behind. They need to score 5. Bureau looking to start the ball rolling. That kick inside. There is a great lead there from Hughes. He flew, but he couldn't take the footy again. And what's going to happen with this one? No, the free kick is going to Bourne. That was off the ball again.
Then about 3 almost hangers in the space of 5 minutes. Threatening to take a mark of the year contender, someone. Hopefully someone can hang on before the end of the night.
Looks good under the lights as well. They play more night footy here.
I like it. Huge fan.
Not a big day necessarily with West Coast playing a home Saturday afternoon game. West Coast beaten by Richmond today by 11 points. Haven't had a great week, West Coast. And they lost their WAFL game today as well. South Fremantle, I don't think they're going to lose. They're up by 4. They're just looking to build, get some percentage back. As the ball comes to ground, Donaldson's leading the race for it. Wants to go onto his left. He's going to square the ball inside the corridor. It's 2-on-1. Made it very hard for Ferreira there. And Morrison and Walker involved. Savini, the long free kick, long handball away through Hickmott. Back to Giro. Runs into trouble too. Just slings it forward. Comes to Robbins. Who's he got ahead of him? There's only one player. Ben Sokol. His first kick at goal today. He goes long. He's done this numerous times. It's off to the right though. Ben Sokol can't reach his 350th goal for Subiaco. He's had a tough day at the office.
23 points the margin now. Still plenty of work for Subiaco to do in not a great deal of time. Douglas shrugs the tackle. Hands it to Bartlett. Little chip kick. May work in favour of the Lions still. Giro to Walker. On the run. He's got it. Bit of a subdued celebration there from Hudson Walker. As Subiaco finally get their first goal of the second half.
And Hudson Walker, just the second goal of his career. That's a good one. Went around the corner. He's an aerialist. And he's doing it on the ground as well. He's a player to watch too. Hudson Walker, Skywalker, he'll be known as if he continues to fly as he did do earlier.
I hope for your sake he takes a hanger in one of your commentary games, John. You've got the catchphrase ready to go.
Everyone's going to use it now, Jordan. You know that.
Giro takes a bounce. He takes a couple. Could be back-to-back goals here for South. Giro, he's got it. That is an EGT goal of the week contender from Stefan Giro.
Stefan Giro's come out of the shadows and into the light with a great centre clearance and a great finish. And he's got the margin back to 11 points. Subiaco are alive.
Confirmation from South Fremantle, hamstring injury to Trey Roscoe, so he's done for the evening.
So that's a few weeks out of action. So they've lost Free, Parker and now Roscoe. All premiership players, important players of their side as Giro goes forward again. He's got Sokol on the lead. Through his hands. Will there be a free? No, it's not. Walker not able to complete it. Lorenka looking to celebrate his 100th win with a win, but he's got a bit of work to do first. Dodds gets it out of danger with the long kick. Comes to Hickmott. Handball back in. It's robbed, though, by Dodds. And there's a player all by himself. Izzy Winder. He's going to run into goal and kick a very easy goal, and that's 17 points. 17 minutes into the last quarter. That takes the wind out of Subi's sails. So that just adds insult to injury for Trey Roscoe. He's gone off with a hamstring injury after having a nearly day. His replacement is there all by himself. It lands in his lap and he kicks a nice goal.
Kicks the sealer as well. You'd say Izzy Winder after back-to-back goals from Subiaco. Can they respond? Corbett, what a day he's had. Puts the afterburners on and goes inside 50. Walker couldn't hang on to the mark. Hughes first to the footy. He's wrapped up by Sokol. Well, the ball up inside attacking 50 for Subiaco. Down by 17 points. 19 minutes gone. Desperate for a goal here to peg the margin back. They had a real purple patch a few minutes ago. Walker and Giro kicking back-to-back goals in the space of about 90 seconds. Giro's goal, certainly an EGT goal of the week contender. Andrew throw in, side attacking 50 for the Lions. Douglas involved. He's had a few nice moments. Well, he copped a bit of a high hit there.
Holding the ball, though.
Holding the ball. Must have been deemed to have ducked the tackle there from Jones. Jones takes the free kick, moves it on quickly. Pearson and Rayson involved. Nearly 20 minutes gone here, final term. South Fremantle hanging on by 17 points at the moment. A goal from Izzy Winder may have just been the sealer as Ferreira takes the free kick. Left half back for the Bulldogs. Looking to go 4-1 to start the season. Their one loss coming against the unbeaten Claremont, who had another big win today. Savini taking the intercept mark for Subiaco. He's been good down back. One of their better players this evening, Savini. Goes long to a one-on-one contest. To a foot race here between Bartlett and Pearson. Kelman first to it. And Ferreira wraps him up. Another ball up inside 50. Subiaco. Nearly 21 minutes gone.
Rickson gets his hands on it. Straight to Rayson, though. There's a lot of suns out there. And we're going to have another ball up. Galen Savini's had a good game. He's been named in the state squad. He's probably competing with one or two of these South Fremantle defenders for a spot there, but he's certainly made every post a winner today, as has Lucas Robinson, who's had a pretty good day. Played forward in the first half, gone on ball in the second. and has been pretty instrumental in South Fremantle getting this 17-point lead. We're into time on in the last. I think they'll take a bit of time out of the game when they have the opportunity. It's for Subiaco. It's all hands on deck as the ball goes forward. Giro's had a good last quarter. Comes back through South, through Bletchenden. Clears the danger zone. South looking to get it further up. Robinson involved again to Bletchenden, and he's happy to take it out of bounds because they'll have another stoppage on the wing. 4 or 5 minutes left in the game. 5 goals kicked so far this quarter. Subia kicked 4, 2, none and 2. Now down by 17. They're not completely out of it, but they need to make things happen in a hurry. Rickson it is, gets his hands on it, and it comes back to Walker. His handball's astray. Burke there, tapped forward by Walker, and then that there, high tackle there. Subiaco giving the ball away to Guy. He goes outside with a careful kick to Bletchenden, and he's happy to take 5 or 10 seconds on the flank. Let's run the clock down, kick the ball backwards, defend it with ball in hand if he has to. Got Pearson calling for it in the middle. Dodds, Toby Dodds, premiership player last year. And he's happy to go back to Bletchenden. So they've taken 30 or 40 seconds off the clock just in this passage of play here. A couple of uncontested possessions, no risk. And now Bletchenden's going to bang it forward up towards the 50-metre line, looking for a tall target down there. Subiaco win it back. They need to run end-to-end. Corbett, he's been very good today. He's been their best player. Done it with ball in hand. He's tackled strongly. Robinson, very good signs. Holds up in the tackle and gets it further afield, but it's turned over. Subiaco have the chance now in the hands of Sokol. Hasn't been down his head very often at all today. Looking for options further afield. Goes with the long kick. Looking for Borchett. It's going to, and Mayo down there. Doesn't quite make it. And there'll be another ball up. 15 metres out from Subiaco's attacking goal.
Great courage there from Hughes, wasn't it, going back? Probably about the first one he hasn't taken. He's been unbelievable down back. He won't go on the way of South Fremantle. It's Aidan Harvey, the big man. And balls it to his skipper in Pearson. Goes long outside of defensive 50. Well read there by Gathercole. Goes on number 18 for him. Been busy for the Lions. On Hickmont. One fist there for the South Fremantle defence. Douglas's kick smothered. Right on there from Rayson. Mayo, the copped one there. Diano wraps up Ethan Hughes.
Pretending to try and dispose of it, wasn't he? He was going to handball it into his own stomach. I'm not sure if that was an attempted disposal, but it was enough. Mayo kicks it over the corner. Will it bounce through? It will. Mayo has kicked one, a late one. It's back to 11 points. Deep in time on in the last. Subi stay alive. Jack Mayo's second goal of the match has kept his team alive. There's not long to go. They need to have everything go right. But 2 goals can win it. Let's see how they go. Only a couple of minutes left in this game. It's been a good game. Been a grind at times, but it's been a real contest.
Had those moments where you thought South Fremantle were going to really run away with the game, but Subiaco have managed to respond on several occasions throughout the night. 11-point margin. Probably just about fair at the moment. Giro has other ideas though. He goes long inside attacking 50. Douglas reads it well. Quick hands from him. Finds Corbett. He misses to the right-hand side. Marlon Corbett, he's done everything tonight, bar kick a goal really. 27 disposals, 9 tackles and 7 inside 50s. He's been Subiaco's best. Stefan Giro not too far away as well. They've done some real damage in the midfield for Subiaco and just kept their team in the mix this evening. 10-point margin so far.
This is set play territory now, isn't it? Both sides knowing they need to kick 2 goals, maybe 2 or 3 minutes left. What do you do? How do you hold on to it? How do you win it back? Kelman it is. He's going to go long inside 50, looking for Borchett down there. Ball's on the ground. Shearer it was, came across strongly, and Hughes happy to take the ball over the line. And there will be another ball in. So another few seconds gone. South hanging on. They've been under pressure at times in this game. Subiaco haven't been able to string enough good quality footy together to really put pressure on. Only ahead for a couple of minutes in the middle of the point of the game. But Mayo's been good. Comes to Giro, kicks it off the ground. He's missed again. A goal there would have got it to less than a goal. By home to Giro. He's kicked 1-3 today.
Similar spot and similar effort to what we saw. I think it was in the second quarter when he missed that soccer attempt. Yeah, he looked very frustrated that time around. He knew what was on the line. A reprieve for South Fremantle as Giro runs the ball over the boundary line. 27.5 gone now.
They've had 3 single-digit results so far, Subiaco. On the right side of 2 of them. Could be 2-2.
That is remarkable. Talk about Adam Reed's heartache in the coach's box. There's been some crazy results for Jared Schofield in his first year back as well. Time running out for the Lions. That'd be nearly impossible for them to get 2 goals with such little time remaining now. 28 minutes gone. Likely it'll be another short quarter. Rickson finds Giro. Centering ball inside 50. Mayo couldn't hang on. Sokol's best position. He gets a handball away. Ciano involved as well. Quick snap on the right here from Mott. He's got it. Subiaco are still alive here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Can they get one more before the final siren? Unbelievable stuff here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Regan Mott putting Subiaco within 3 points. Is there going to be enough time? Everything would need to go right here for the Lions for them to snatch what would be a famous victory.
Easiest way to score in modern footy is from a centre break with the 6-6-6, and Subiaco go forward again through Rickson. Lands on the head of Bolonu. He's been pushed back this quarter, and the ball is held up. And the siren's gone. South Fremantle triumph by 3 points. And for the second time in 4 weeks, Subiaco lose by 3 points. And Jake Florenka will celebrate his 100th with a very tight win. There he is there talking to Rowan O'Hare. He's been a great player today, Jake Florenka. He's led from the front, but that was tough work. And for Subiaco,